One Piece chapter 1014 is not a very action-packed chapter, but it does a nice job to build and be the rise in action to build suspense to the climax that's on its way. First, let's talk about Kaido and the things he said on the roof. It's really true. I mean, unlike other shonen, One Piece is doing a great job of showing that you can't just figure out one thing and then expect to beat this villain or this character that has been using Conqueror's Haki for years and on years, and that would be a strong ass pull if Luffy was to recently just figure out the Coating and Conqueror's Haki and understanding how to defeat Kaido. And Kaido, it also shows that he has an understanding of what the D clan means and who Joy Boy is, which is to be understood since he was on Rock's crew. But he has an understanding of that, and he kind of expected Luffy to be that, but since Luffy lost to him, he has lost those high expectations for him. Also, Kaido shows his knowledge and experience with the art of war because he goes straight to announce that Luffy has been defeated to kill the morale. Also, he's right on the mission that's seen in the last parts of the chapter to go kill Momonosuke. As you see, he used a coded Conqueror's Haki attack against Kinemon, which like Kinemon squashed out. Let's talk about Chopper and everything that's going on down there. Chopper is, continuing to fight Queen and whatnot. But it's very obvious that Queen is playing with Chopper because Queen is really talking his shit to Chopper and, just telling him it's like, oh, for somebody that's supposed to be winning, really breathing hard. And, we didn't expect that much out of Chopper to be fighting Queen anyways. That's a different matchup. That's like with Usopp, Nami versus Ulti and Page 1. We expected some type of boost or some type of help to defeat them. But a nice thing that we see and learn from here, Chopper's monster point has got increased from 3 minutes to 30 minutes, which is very, 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 very a good boost in power, and that's really boosted tenfold. And you can see the guy, Gangster Gastino helped him out with it, even though Chopper don't like his ass, but he really gave Chopper a boost in power. And also from all the Marys telling everybody that Luffy's defeated, you get to see all the cast, the characters saying, reacting to Luffy being defeated, and also Zoro and Sanji saying fuck that to joining Kaido's crew. Another thing that I see in this chapter is Jinbei and Who's Who battling, and just how Who's Who is attacking. He really do give me off a vibe that he is a part of the CP0 or was once trained by them, just by the kicks and the sword activity. Honestly, it's the black suit for me, but let's sit right here and talk about Kanjuro, because Kanjuro, I can say this nigga is dying. He will die and live for a cause, which it was explained in the earlier chapters and richly touched on in the anime. But he will die and live for his cause because he's steadily, constantly going after Momonosuke and, trying to confuse the samurais on who he is and disguising himself as Oda. Because that's what he do once again when he find Momonosuke and Kinemon and Kiku and Shinobu in the crawl space on the first floor. He tricks Kiku, even though Kiku knows it's not him. But since Kanjuro knows what Oden did for Kiku when she was younger, brought a soft spot to her heart, which opened up a chance for Kanjuro to attack Kiko and stabbing her through the gut. And just paying attention back to the other chapter when she was talking about what's gonna happen after the Wano is opened up, it just is bringing the vibe of she will die. And I mean, that's a whole wound to the stomach. She probably would bleed out, and that probably would be a death in this arc. Let's talk about Luffy a little bit. Luffy, and you can actually see from the chapter, he is sinking in the water and sinking in the ocean. But main character stuff, Luffy is going to get saved. And hopefully it is by the outside character. There's nothing that is introduced to be new or Luffy develops a new power to be immune to the ocean or be able to float in the ocean. But hopefully he's going to be saved. Maybe by the octopus or maybe by a Big Mom's crew or the submarine from Law's crew, something. So Oda, I'm pretty sure he's gonna throw in a good loop for us. One, let's talk about Momo. Momo is, I can presume, is finishing up the logs of Oden's journal and whatnot. And Momo understands now that he don't have the choice to really die about this, because something that okay, let me reword this. Momo has the power, or Momo is very valuable in opening up Wano. Literally. Like, it's not no just to be there type of open up Wano. And then Momo's also seen in the chapter getting the same headaches that he got on Zou from Zunisha. So just thinking about that, I can really theorize about a couple things that's gonna happen and what it really means to open up Wano. A theory that popped in my head: what if Wano and its strange geographical settings of everything from different island to island, and how it is so hard to get onto the island, and how it's hard to the island is totally different. What if the island is a creature itself again? Like, what if the island is not an elephant, but maybe like a giant sea turtle or something like that? And Momo, as you've seen with Zunisha, Momo has the powers to command these animals, these land animals. As you will see, like Poseidon will be the animals of the sea, and then Momo, which will be another weapon, has the power to control the animals of land and command them to do something. Something that came to my mind is, what if Oden's death was foreshadowing on this creature carrying Wano for the past 800 years on its back, the same way Oden took and carried his 9 scabbards on his shoulders and on his back, so they didn't die. So keeping them afloat through the waters and the high seas is what the turtle or whichever ancient creature is carrying Wano. And something else that I saw off of Reddit, I can't tell you exactly who wrote it or something to give them their praise, but I also saw that what if this sense of Momo's right now is Zunisha heading towards him, because he sensed that Momo's in danger. And with the battle ending and Wano opening up, what if the minks just come to Wano to live there because Zunisha does something to save Momonosuke, aka giving up his life in some type of way? But Momo and his powers, this is really deep, so I'm pretty sure we're going to learn more and more throughout the chapters and the future chapters. It's going to open up a whole new avenue of things. Like, we know that Shirahoshi is a sacred weapon, or not a sacred weapon, but Shirahoshi is a sacred weapon. And also Momo, I believe he is also to be able to command these animals and to give them the power to be able to do stuff, as in open up the borders. And also, with these giants, he might be the solution to bringing Fishman Island to the surface itself, commanding different giants of this caliber, such as Zunisha and whatever other things that we might figure and find out. And something else that came to my mind: what if Momo saw in the journal that Wano being closed is actually like a physical act, and he has to command these animals to reverse it or do the same thing to open it up again? Those are my thoughts on chapter 1014, and I'd love to hear what you think. Write it down in the comments so we can chat about it. And thank you so much for giving me a listen and a watching. And peace.
Tidy niggas tell me about stories and how the fuck they get out. My money real long, nigga better not try to take some joke coming in this bitch get out.
You don't want no smoke, no cancel. Play with the game, we gon' get the clapping. We really with it, ain't doing no acting. These nigga bitches, they really be capping. On God.
And I wish a nigga would mess with my brother, or he would come for my squad. Better bet shows nigga knowing that we hard. Say you won't competition, push nigga, we on it.
Trap all night, kick shit in